Okay, so hopefully by now you've watched the first video, and as you can see, my surroundings have changed. I moved into my office instead of in my bedroom, so you might be hearing a lot of kids in the background. Try not to let that distract you. The purpose of this video is to explain to you the actual definition of feminism. Now, feminism, as it was termed back in the 60s and 70s when it first started, was primarily for women's rights. However, nowadays, what is actually called feminism is not strictly women's rights. It's more along the lines of uh, focusing on both genders' rights and actually focusing on all genders' rights, because as we've discovered throughout the course of the last 30 years, there's more than two genders. So I wanted to sort of explain that to you, and I wanted to explain to you that there is a difference between feminists, those of us that are looking to further women's interests, and those of us that are looking also to further men's interests, and feminazis, which are pretty much the extreme end of the spectrum. I mean, every organization that has a common ideology, whether it be Catholicism with the KKK or the Muslims with ISIS, every ideology has a very extreme group that takes that ideology and just like totally blows it out of proportion. And that would be the feminazis. Now, these are women who thoroughly believe that men are completely useless, they're superfluous, they need to be taken down, down with the patriarchy, that sort of thing. Most of us feminists, as true feminists, do not actually feel like that. We realize that, even just biologically speaking, males are necessary to our very survival. Not to mention that we also realize that not all men are dogs, not all men are pigs, they're not all rapists, they're not all sexual harassers, they're not all abusers. We get it. We know. We also are aware that there are several rights that are not looked on equally when it comes to men, primarily custodial issues with regards to children, things of that nature, that we also are looking to assist in furthering your cause. We also realize that there are male victims of domestic violence. We realize that there are male victims of rape. And to those of you that are male victims of these crimes, we would like to say to you, please come forward. If you don't come forward to the police, come to an organization, call a local domestic violence shelter, call a local rape victim survivor hotline, anything like that. These women, because it will be predominantly women that staff these areas, they understand, they know, and they realize that being male actually adds a level of complication to the situation, because, in your heart, you're feeling like you should have been able to defend yourself, or, you can't really be a victim of domestic violence because you're male and you're stronger. That's not true. There are many women out there that will physically attack their spouse or their significant other because they feel that they have the right, because they're female, and we just do not agree with that. Nobody should be putting hands on anybody except maybe to defend themselves. So, I hope that my definition of feminism has helped you in understanding. We also would like to point out that the reason why it's called feminism is not even so much because it's about women's rights. It's just for lack of a better term. I mean, humanism and egalitarianism, these terms, while they would suit the situation at hand, have actually already been taken up with further ideologies. So until a better term is brought to light, for the time being, it's called feminism. So I hope that this was an informative video for you. I thank you for watching, and I look forward to my next video where I piss and moan about some politics. Have a great day.